Buongiorno, good morning. Welcome to Happy Hungry Hibby. What we're going to cover this week is what to eat for breakfast in terms of health, nutrition, and even if breakfast is good for you. In terms of the English terminology, when you break down the syllables of breakfast, you are breaking your fast. Break fast. In terms of having breakfast, you could have breakfast at any time of the day. You're simply breaking your fast. In terms of tradition, we're always well known for having a full English breakfast, and it's been known as a very big and hearty meal in the morning. To be honest with you, I don't think there's a right or a wrong, and I think this is based down to personal preference, but also biologically, genetically. I strongly believe in tailored individual nutrition. It's all about being in tune with your body. Now, for a lot of men, it's quite easy to skip breakfast. We tend to have a lot more reserve energy. We generally carry more muscle, and muscle carries more glycogen. So for me, it suits me to fast during the day, and I do recommend fasting of some kind. But in terms of you are going to have breakfast, I've got some good ideas here in terms to get your day going. And for me, there is nothing better than starting off a day to a nice cup of tea. And for me, the stronger the brew, the better. I even have a jug on the side where I brew this in advance for up to a day. I like a strong Assam tea. Don't drink dairy milk in our household, and including my wife, we've been doing that together for about 2 years now. The milk that I do use, oat milk is my favourite, especially for tea. Soya milk is my wife's favourite. We have almond milk for smoothies. Hazelnut is brilliant for coffee. Now, in terms of carbohydrates, I've actually covered a video just explained the different terminology, right, which explains. For me, I'm very much against keto diets, very much like the Atkins diet. I strongly believe that carbs play a very important role in your diet. There is nothing essential about carbs as there is about proteins, amino acids and fats, essential fatty acids. These essential word means your body cannot process or synthesize certain nutrients, and your body needs that. But in terms of carbs, big science at the moment is about gut health, pre and probiotics. So prebiotics stimulates the growth of gut flora and good bacteria that's already existing within your gut. Probiotics is actually adding new bacteria to your gut. So for me, looking at what I would have in the morning in terms of a healthy breakfast is all about your gut health, and also loading up on the complex carbs. But yeah, just gonna look at some cereals. There are often some new functional cereals now which are quite good. I usually get these on offer. This usually compromises of some of the ingredients that you can actually do yourself and save yourself some money. But the most important thing and my best advice I can give to you about checking not just breakfast but also ingredients as a whole is nutritional labelling. For me, the best thing you can do is check the nutritional labelling per 100 grams. First of all, look to see whether sugar has been added. So 4% raw cane sugar has been added to this. A lot of labelling doesn't have that transparency. This is really good. You simply look at per 100 grams, then go down and look at carbohydrates, 71, so it's 71% total carbohydrates, of which sugar's 4.2. That 4.2 reflects the same as the ingredients here, which gives you the percentage, which is rare. Not all ingredients do that. So for me, this is very good. Also, misconceptions are products like this. So for me, my favourite is bran flakes, and then I would rather add my own fruits. So I do that in a controlled way. And this is the difficult part, because you can't understand whether this has been added sugar or natural sugars contained within the fruit. And although it shows that some of the sugar is added, actually some of the sugar is actually added to the fruit, which is confusing. Like the banana is made with coconut oil and sugar, which makes it unhealthy, which is why I try and dehydrate my own fruit if I can. And I've shown a video on how to do that. Much, much healthier. But again, here, you're looking at your 400 grams, of which sugars is 24. So 24% of that is sugar. And this is where the Food Standards Agency and also the labelling legislation is changing the way it's doing nutritional labelling in the future, because it's hard to understand of which sugars is what we call intrinsic, which is part of natural fruit, or extrinsic, which is added sugar. Very confusing to consumers. Nearly a quarter of this is sugar. In terms of breaking this down, I think the majority, probably 2/3 of that is natural sugars, and a third of that, between about 5 and 10%, will be added sugar. But instead of using these, I'm going to show you how to do your own. For me, oats is probably the best thing you can eat. There's no sugar, no salt, it's 100% oats. My gran, who's 108, who's actually my passion and inspiration for studying nutrition, she always ate all bran. For me, not easy to eat, it's like chewing cardboard, but it's the best thing. It's got so much fibre, it's untrue. Next best thing for me, bran flakes. Things like this, really good. And also Weetabix is good as well. And we look at the sugars, so only 4% of that has sugar. But for me, I'm trying to move away from 0 added sugar in my diet. So in terms of added ingredients, very important for me to add these superfoods to my bowls of cereal, which I do. And I would actually probably decrease that to half and then add the other half of ingredients. What has really big science now, and Dr. Gregor's really does recommend this as well, in terms of prevention, reversing of certain diseases, is flaxseed. It contains omega-3, it's high in fibre, and it contains lots of micronutrients as well. You've got iron, magnesium. It's also extremely good for your gut health. You can get this in different forms, flaxseeds with nuts, flaxseed, brilliant, essential. Also for me is 100% cocoa powder, very good for you. Also contains lots of micronutrients. But also another thing is adding cocoa nibs. Cocoa nibs is also tremendous in terms of adding that whole goodness, and pretty much what you're doing is using the whole cocoa bean here in a natural state. And cocoa is actually very good for you until you add the dairy and the sugar. And what cocoa contains is procyanidins, which is flavonoids, lots of polyphenols, and this is actually very, very good for your heart. Other added ingredients, chia seeds or ground chia seeds, also high in omega-3, very good. Maca powder, turmeric. Here I am with my morning breakfast. For me, you can't beat a good cup of tea in the morning. So my channel is free. It's through sheer passion and energy that I just want to help and inspire people. Basically from my study with nutrition, but also wanted to help my family when my father got diagnosed with cancer. Lots of people suffer with cancer. It's very common in Western society. In terms of sponsoring me, all I would urge you to do is donate to my link below for Macmillan's Cancer Trust. We're doing a August star jump for the month. Every day we're doing 50 star jumps. It would be really appreciated if you could sponsor me, and also my colleagues at work. It's going to a really good cause. We'd just like to give them all our thoughts with Debbie, and if you could sponsor us, that would really be appreciated, which I'll put the link below. So it'll be really interesting to hear what your favourite breakfast is, and also your ideas of optimising good health, good nutrition through breakfast, whether you fast or whether you prefer different kinds of cereal, or you like a cooked breakfast, vegan breakfast, vegetarian breakfast. Really interesting. So really hope you find this inspiring. Stay healthy. Please do subscribe. Lots of love and passion going into this show. Also cover a playlist on nutrition videos, including oils and sugars. Please also turn on your notifications every fortnight on Tuesdays at 4 PM. So stay healthy. Enjoy.